Good morning. Thank you, Sasha, for the introduction, and thank you to the wonderful team that welcomed me this morning. I'm really glad to be here and having some minutes to share not only the experience in Barcelona, which is not really the purpose of the talk, but I'm here basically to bring some of the international examples that we are working on. But first, I need to do a quick check. Any Spanish person in the room? Anyone from Spain here? No. Okay, then I can say this. I come from a very strange place. Spain is a strange place. And it is so strange to the level that we have in Spain, as you know, El Sol, the sun, which is an infinite source of energy, renewable, let's say the good type of energy, but we have some energy companies and several governments that decided that they would stop with the dream of solar energy in Spain, and they suddenly destroyed an emerging sector that was promising to reach some of the goals that we will speak about. But the strangeness is also in the good things, because as Simon mentioned, at the same time, a city like Barcelona, for example, is leading worldwide the move to being smarter as cities. And so this is the paradoxes in life. Barcelona, the work I do there, I work for a company which is called Anteverti, as you see here. It's a consultancy company specialized in smart city strategy, let's say. And we are also taking care, we are curators of the Congress part of the Smart City Expo in Barcelona, which I don't know if you are aware, but it's one of also of the leading congresses. So this is just to say that we have a broad perspective on what's happening. And in this congress and in the type of projects we do, we always tackle energy at some point. We, as a consultancy, we try to give a transversal look, and actually my training is more transversal. I'm not an energy expert in itself. I'm a geographer, an urbanist by training. But I'm lucky enough to work with, in my team in Anteverti, with one of the experts in energy, I would say worldwide. His name is Alex Ivancic. So when I knew I was coming here with you, I said, Alex, I need to talk to you for 10 minutes. I need to clarify what can we share with the audience on really what's hot now, speaking about energy systems, integrative energy systems, what's really going on. And I said, okay, sit down, you need to go back to the basics. And this is what I did. I normally don't use text in my slides, but I did it for you this time. And I'm going to read it together. So Alex, my dear colleague, he shared 3 basic universal laws. The first one, cities are or equal a high density of energy demand, and I'm glad that Simon also mentioned that, so take it as a summary. And this sentence, this universal law, is only increasing as we go, okay? Global urbanization, more demand, more economic activity, cities more attractive. So A is only going to grow. This is, well, maybe someone disagrees in the room, but you will tell me. Then B, sorry, and this is where we jump to the smartness discussion. Smart energy, smart cities are aiming at basically 2 things. Lowering the consumption, and this has been said already, and the other basic thing, increasing the self-supply. And this is whatever you may think of. We have innovative solutions everywhere, from solar roofs in the buildings, to systems that use the wastewater for something else, to smart waste treatment, whatsoever, okay? Lowering the consumption and increasing self-supply. And this is, let's say, the paradigm where we are or where we are moving to. Easy, basic. Now, the third law is interesting, because Alex said, well, no matter what, A is always higher than B, which means the increase and the high density, so that's the energy demand per unit, is always or is going to be always higher than the amount of self-supplied energy that we can produce in cities, okay? Clear enough? basic but clear. So I said, okay, then what do we do? So Alex, expert, smart guy, and he works worldwide, so he has a broad vision on the issue. He said, well, let's say the model or the paradigm that we want to look for is this near zero energy cities. Now, some people don't like this near word in front of it, but I take it as a good proposal from my colleague because he's probably taking it from the reality of what's going on in smart energy projects, solutions, rollout, etc. And this model, the near zero energy, again, is characterized first, this is important, we have to lower the demand. This is, again, Simon mentioned, and not by chance, of course. And this is also a point which, to my opinion, links directly to the subject of today's event, the rollout of smart metering. How can we make people more conscious of the demand in energy? We will go into that. Second point from this near zero energy cities goal is increasing the efficiency in the transformation and final use. And we would go here into technology, innovation, data, et cetera, okay? Efficiency in systems, in infrastructure has to do a lot with that. And third, he also pointed to the best use that we can make of residual energy. And there's a lot of technology and innovation and examples going on there. Now, the fourth one came after some time in the discussion, because, you know, I think you would all agree, and I don't know how it's going on here in Britain, but, well, people are an important asset and element in the equation, and I like that very much that Sasha used the word holistic, because that's really a key point. And again, with the campaign on smart meter rollout, etc., we are taking in this element. We need, for these near zero energy cities, we need to work, and it's a process, social evolution. And it's not easy. We have to make efficiency become part of our behavior as citizens. And Alex shared with me a third basic idea. He told me, again, from the experience, and I can also say that from the kind of projects that I will immediately go into, that there's a lot being done on buildings efficiency. Large event in Stockholm in September, but not only there. We are in an architect's institution, so what can I say? You know more than me about that. There's a lot being done, and instead, there's less being done at the systemic level. So how infrastructures in cities and services can become more efficient. There's some things going on, and he just mentioned it in the sense that for the next years, this is a development field for researchers, industry, government, etc. And of course, the integration of the two action levels is what's interesting. So after these basics with Alex, a few examples of energy systems at work. I know in the panel after the break, we will have another one of these European projects. You remember a place called Europe? European Union? Just, sorry, take that off the video. So, grow smarter. It's, and I will start with existing cities, which was also a point from the earlier talk, because existing cities are complex. How can you really make them more efficient? And in this case, Grow Smarter is a project funded by the European Union under the Lighthouse program, which basically aims at using smart solutions, deploying at district level, so not anymore smart streets, you know, because that doesn't really take anywhere. It's good for testing, but it's not good enough to raise, let's say, sustainability. So we have in this project a set of 12 smart solutions in these three areas. Just don't go to the detail, but low energy districts, which is what concerns us here. Integrated infrastructures. This is mainly about services and big data integration and exchange, the technology part of it. But basically, just to let you know that this is just one of the 3 projects, and you will see one later, that were funded in the first round, and to show you that at European level, from the European Union level, they are giving and pushing and making a serious bet on how, in this case, European cities can collaborate and share experiences. What are the challenges here? Again, people. The first lot, the low energy district, is taking the most part of the budget. Refurbishing buildings, you have to agree with the neighbors. Well, it's going there, but it's a recent project, so we'll have to look into the evolution. This one very quickly, just to give you an example, so you know it exists, the Finesc Smart Energy Platform. This is another European-funded project with Madrid, German cities, etc., that was dealing mainly with the data and the digital infrastructure that will allow for this efficiency. It's already there, so you can check. Zenata, I don't know if you know about this. It's a new development city, so we go from existing to new developments in Morocco. It's going to be built near Casablanca. This is an example I know directly, so it's happening. And this is just to show you that, as Simon also mentioned, new developments have the advantage to plan well beforehand. And the animated image you see here is how the architects have designed a master plan that takes into account how we can use the wind to cool the city by 2 or 3 degrees. Okay, so a lot of things happening in new developments. And last but not least, I wanted to share this because you will see a lot of development in smart energy linked to the smart islands idea. And I just placed here some news. And on the right below, Santa Elena, which is a project we know directly because we worked on it. They are working on how to get less dependent on fossil, and they are working on a strategic plan long-term to change into renewables. And I think the first conclusions is that they go into solar, okay? This is to finalize. Some of the things have been said. The challenges are on data, on infrastructure, how technology will accompany this transformation to make it really efficient, how we can measure the improvements. We need new KPIs. We need new business models, and some people in the sector will share more on that. And again, I go back to people as my final conclusion. We need to get them involved. But I think you're doing good. So thank you very much.